Hello, my name is Jeanette Gasper with eXp Realty, and I am your local South Jersey real estate expert. If you're in the market to buy or sell a home, chances are you're familiar with or have heard about the appraisal gap strategy. If you haven't and are entering the real estate market, stick around while I cover the good, the bad, the ugly, and why this tool is used in today's competitive market. So what the heck is an appraisal gap and why would you need one? Well, an appraisal gap is used in situations where there is an extreme seller's market like the one we've been seeing this past year and a half. It's the difference between the appraised value of the home and the actual purchase price of the home. An example would be you see a house you want to buy and it's listed for $300,000. Your bank or your lender has given you a pre-approval for $310,000. You submit the offer for $310,000 and it is accepted. Now that home has to appraise at or above $310,000 because a bank will not give you a loan for anything over the appraised value of the home. If the home appraises, that's great. If it appraises over $310,000, you've just gained instant equity in your home. However, if that home falls short on the appraisal, say it came in at $280,000, that's a $30,000 short from the $310,000. So that $30,000 short is considered the appraisal gap. Several things can happen in this situation. The seller may decide not to sell their home, or, as I recommend and do, is try to go back to the seller and negotiate a price reduction. And, or if you have disposable cash on hand, offer to give a certain amount that you're comfortable with over the appraised value. Now, this is where the appraisal gap comes in. This is when, on that same home, you offer the $310,000. However, in the offer, you let the sellers know that you are willing to cover all or a certain amount of the appraised value should it fall short. But again, you specify the amount. However, if you waive the appraisal gap and offer to pay any shortage, in this instance, $30,000, you would have to cover that along with your closing costs and your down payment. The downside to waiving an appraisal gap is it's a risk not knowing where the appraisal will come in at. The other downside is that you're purchasing a home with negative equity. Now, another option is capping the amount that you're willing to pay over the appraised value. So an example would be that same house, $310,000, but this time you let the sellers know that you're willing to cover pretty much any amount. It could be 5, 6, 7, but in this instance, we're going to say we're willing to pay $10,000 over the appraised value should it fall short. So if that appraisal comes in at $307,000, that's only a $3,000 short that you would have to cover. However, if that same home comes in, say at $290,000, that is a $20,000 short. So you offered the $10,000, you would get a loan for the $290,000, and you have to cover the $10,000 out of pocket, so your purchase price for that home would be $300,000. In this scenario, when you cap the appraisal, it's less risky for the buyer who knows how much they're willing to pay for this home, and also for the seller to feel more confident that they will get over appraised value for their home. Either way, you may want to discuss this with your accountant, your lender, a professional, and it also depends on your comfort level. This should not be used just to win an offer without you fully understanding what you're agreeing to. What's going on with actual appraisals and all this talk about homes appreciating or depreciating? Well, appraisers, for the most part, are keeping up with most homes capping out. Homes that seem like they may appraise lower or marketed high are actually appraising, because by the time your home gets appraised, there may be other comps that sold for a higher price in your neighborhood that actually drives the value up. I hope I helped clarify a few questions regarding the appraisal gap mystery. It's also important that you have an experienced real estate professional that really understands this tool and this market to help you determine whether it's in your best interest or your personal comfort level of risk to use it. Again, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. My name is Jeanette Gasper, your South Jersey local real estate expert. Thanks for watching. See you soon.